Selected quotes and golden words about life, which carry a deep meaning that touches the deepest depths of our soul, on the channel Life's Wisdom. Enjoy watching. The real tragedy of life is that one becomes old too soon and wise too late. To destroy money is to destroy wars. People love more than anything else to label another person with a label that once and for all frees them from having to think. It is very sad that the desire of men to reduce evil gives rise to so many new evils. States perish when they cease to distinguish the bad from the good. A voluptuous husband makes his wife promiscuous and lustful. The wife of a decent and virtuous man becomes modest and chaste. There is usually no harmony between people until they find a common enemy. Only bankrupt states resort to war as a last resort. War is the last trump card of a lost and desperate player, a disgusting speculation of swindlers and swindlers. The only way to live is to let others live. Don't judge anyone until you stand in their shoes. Instead of wiping tears from your face, erase from your life the people who made you cry. If God heeded the prayers of men, all men would soon perish, constantly wishing evil on each other. To take everything from life is to give yourself entirely to it. When you throw mud at a man, remember that it may not reach him, but it will remain on your hands. The terms of peace are prescribed not by the one who asks for it, but by the one who gives it. Never take part in the betrothal of a woman, for if she should have a bad time, she will curse you, and if she should have a good time, she will not think of you. Not to remember the good is the vilest evil on earth, and the highest good is not to remember evil. Do not caress or quarrel with your wife in front of strangers. The former is a sign of folly, the latter of rabies. It is sufficient for the triumph of evil only that good men do nothing. Our peace treaties are meaningless. We do not end, but only postpone wars. The tiger who does not want to be like all tigers comes down from the mountains to the city, and there is caged. It's hard to find a person who really understands you. Usually people judge only by their own standards, and others are simply not taken into account. The more numerous the laws, the more corrupt the government. He who loves very much does not notice for a long time that he is no longer loved. When leaving your home, behave as if you were seeing an enemy. It is bad for the common people when the strong quarrel among themselves. The most delicious meat is not like meat, and the most delicious fish is not like fish. War is but a cowardly flight from peacetime problems. Intelligent men do not so much seek solitude as avoid the fuss raised by fools. The summit of all evils is victory in civil war. Change is only possible with superior wisdom and inferior foolishness. Life is what happens to you while you make other plans. If you sit in one place and ponder life, you will accomplish nothing. People need even the worst laws because without them, people would devour each other. If you come up with a case, don't talk about it. If you fail, you will be laughed at. In both man and state, the worst disease begins at the head. Remember, love both parents with the same love. Do not offend your mother to please your father. Especially fear those who shout the most. Be kind to your wife, lest she should want to try another man. If you value your life, remember that others value theirs as much as you do. People's praise, enthusiasm, and smiles usually hold up to the first mistake. He who does not fully understand the full harm of war cannot fully understand the full benefit of it either. He who shines the light sees better. No relationship can reach a level where there are no problems. If you see a relationship where there are no problems, it means the relationship is no more. In the end, you will remember not the words of your enemies, but the silence of your friends. You can only succeed if you want to succeed. You can only fail if you don't mind failing. He who has loved bears the scars. Do not discuss what does not concern you, and guard your tongue as you guard your wealth. If it is difficult for you, you go up. If it is easy for you, you go down. The victor has many friends, but only the vanquished has true friends. Men who treat women with the greatest deference are seldom very successful with them. Always go through life with the feeling that you still have much to learn, and you are sure to succeed. The only rule in life worth living by is to remain human in every situation. No one feels the passing of youth, but everyone feels it when it is gone. In choosing the lesser of two evils, do not forget that you have chosen evil. You should not hide your ailment from two people, a healer and a friend. In a model state, wives should be common. Children too, and all their education will be common. Nothing is more pleasant to low natures than to avenge themselves by pouring mud on the views and opinions of the holy and the great. To make wives jealous is to make them unhappy. Bad times often bring great opportunities. Opportunities are always there. If you don't have them, then you're just not utilizing them. What good can the state do to a body in which everything from throat to crotch is just a stomach? Sometimes, to save a relationship, the woman needs to close her mouth and the man his ears. A woman should belong to the man who will save her the trouble. A dog's life teaches you not only to snap, but also to wag your tail. There is a saying that he who has not lived a full life has not learned the poverty of love and war. Our consciousness is everything. You become what you think about. It's easy to be a saint when you don't want to be a man. It's amazing that creatures without backbones have the strongest shells. That which is most hated is most envied. A lie often told becomes the truth. It is not power that spoils people, but on the contrary, the most spoiled people are most drawn to power. A king who fills his treasury with the property of his subjects is like one who coats the roof of his house with clay taken from under its foundation. If you want to get rid of a guest who bores you with his visits, lend him money. When punishment inspires awe, the people will go to death for the ruler. There should be nothing superfluous in life, only what is necessary for happiness. Be exactly sure of what you want to get out of life, and doubly sure of what you can give in return. 3 things no one can be safe from: suspicion, bad opinion, and envy. Nothing should be regretted in this life. What has happened is what has happened. Draw conclusions and move on. Never use the harshness of your speech against the mother who taught you to speak. Do not choose as your friend one who lives in disagreement with his wife. Do not call for what is passing away. Let it pass away. Do not wait for the future. Let it come. Don't complicate the situation. Let it happen. Life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. In dialogue with life, it is not its question that matters, but our answer. There is only one way to avoid criticism. Do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. The best wife of all wives in the world is the one whose husband is captivated in his old age. Your time is limited. Don't waste it living another life. One day you will find that the only problem you have left is yourself. At some point, you invariably realize that everything in this life is bound to come to an end. The great teacher of mankind is history, except that its students are bad. Sometimes a moment is enough to forget about life, and sometimes not enough life to forget about the moment. It is better to hear invective from low people than praise from them. Everyone makes plans for the distant future, and no one knows whether he will live to see the evening. Nothing gives away a man so much as what he laughs at. Where everyone thinks alike, no one thinks much. They willingly trample with their feet what they used to fear. The more honest a man is, the more difficult it is for him to suspect others of dishonesty. Remember that life's lessons will be repeated until you learn them. Don't believe someone who, having barely had time to get to know you, suddenly, for no apparent reason, has a burning love for you. In nature, everything is wisely thought out and arranged. Everyone should be engaged in their own business, and in this wisdom, the highest justice of life. Everything in life is temporary. If things are going well, rejoice, it won't last forever. And if things are lousy, don't sour, it won't last forever either. Everyone lives the way he wants to live and pays for it himself. It is easy to live for one who is impudent and insolent, obsessive, reckless, and vicious, and difficult to live for one who is modest, who always strives for the pure, who is impartial, cool-headed, and wise, whose life is pure. Only those who strive all their lives to live badly live. Hate cannot make hate disappear. Love conquers hate, it is an eternal law. The easiest and surest way to deceive is to pretend to be a friend. It takes the same flattery to win a woman's favor. It takes different flattery every time to please a man. To drive a scoundrel out of a family is no small boon to her. Marriage brings many sorrows, but celibacy brings no joys. You learn fastest on 3 occasions: before 7 years of schooling, and when life backs you into a corner. Most people see a puddle, and some see the reflection of the moon in it. One should not marry with one's eyes and fingers, as some do, counting how much dowry the bride has, instead of finding out what she will be like in their life together. If you are rich, don't think about it. If you are poor, don't take your poverty seriously. In the case of wallpaper, it will end the same way. Only strong love can compensate for all the minor misunderstandings that arise in living together. Be self-taught. Don't wait for life to teach you. People were created to be loved, and things were created to be used. There is chaos in the world, because the opposite is true. People think in herds. In a herd they go mad, but they come to consciousness slowly and singly. Do not marry until you tell yourself that you have done all you can, and until you cease to love the woman you have chosen until you see her clearly. Otherwise you will err cruelly and irreparably. Thank you for watching. If these wise quotes touched your soul, don't forget to give us a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and of course subscribe to our Life's Wisdom channel. Here you will find more inspirational quotes and wise thoughts. Let's share wisdom together and build this beautiful world of thoughts. See you soon.